Hi guys, welcome to Vegan Cubs' first video, and let's get going. Today we're going to be making a super easy carrot cake, and for under £2 completely vegan. So usually we use Betty Crocker, but with today's budget of £2 we'll be trying out the Jane Asher cake. So we're making it really simple today guys, with flora, vegan cream cheese, the cake mix, and last but not least Pepsi Max. So before we get to do any baking today, let's preheat the oven to 200 degrees C. Then grab a glass bowl and we're literally going to empty the entire contents of the cake mix. Now if you have any baking powder lying around, you want to be adding about 2 tablespoons, or you can do it by eye like I did. So now we're going to move on to the really fun part. So this is, instead of all the oil, instead of the eggs, this is what's going to make the cake rise. And it's about 300 milliliters, which is just less than a can of Coke, or as I've been using, just short of a full glass. And then we just literally pour it in. So this is where I've gone wrong in the past. I used to put it in a food blender, and that is totally the wrong thing to do. You really do need to give it no more than 30 seconds by hand whisking this, so that it reaches the maximum rise in the oven. So we're going to use the flora to grease both our tins. We'll also use this a little bit later for making the frosting, and it's 2 standard round cake tins, and you either want to use baking paper or the lid of the margarine of choice, as long as it's vegan obviously, and we're just going to rub that all around the dish. Hopefully by now your oven should be preheated to 200 degrees, so whack both of them in. They don't rise massively, so you don't need to worry about spacing them out too much. So let's get onto the cream cheese frosting. Now you can just use the frosting mix that comes with the cake, but I had some cream cheese floating around in the fridge, and when doing carrot cake I like it to be a proper cream cheese frosting. So I've literally used about half a tub of the BioLife cream cheese here. So this time it needs to be a nice smooth paste, so I'm working the margarine with a spoon, and then I'm going to whip it with a whisk. So once both cakes have cooled down enough, leave it a good 20 minutes or so, we can finally release them both from the cake tins, and then we'll get on to putting the frosting, which I've had in the fridge. So it's a little bit cool, a bit stiffer at this point. And we're literally going to use half of it on the bottom. So the other half we're now going to use on the top of the cake, and there should be enough for a nice thick layer, which we should be able to get nice and smooth. It'll be a case of just going over it a few times and making sure it's nice and flat. So this is the completed cake, done. Now it's time to test. It's not risen quite as much as cakes previously, but I think that's just due to it being a carrot cake. And that's the best £2 I've spent in a good while, I can tell you that. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you could please subscribe, help us get going, and we'll see you in the next one.